Grand day to you, chosen divine beings and Karmicville. I hope both sides of the lands are doing well today and that you are finding some gratitude in your attitude as always. Let me quickly say that for Karmicville, I will be on this channel a lot less. And if I do come on here, it will be to do some shadow work. So for this last tarot pulling or energy reading, whatever you want to call it, I am going to go by why things went down the way that they did in my life, who was involved in doing those things, what tactics, plots, and plans were involved in trying to take a chosen one out. And that goes for other chosen divine beings as well that were attempted, their lives were attempted on. And summarize with why I'm not going back and why a lot of divine beings are not going back to toxicity, to drama, to abuse as a whole. I'll just wrap it up like that. So please take the messages as they resonate to you. I'm sure a lot of the details of my life may reflect on a lot of you divine beings out there, and I do apologize that I will not be on this channel as much, but I am sure that with divine alignment that you will find my other channel out there if it is meant to be. Asha. So yes, the messages, if they don't resonate, take what applies. If it doesn't apply, then let it fly. It might not be what's going on with your own personal life, but it could definitely have to do with some energies around you. So let's go ahead and tap in. See what special characters want to fall out of the storybook of not only my life, but of you Divine Collective as well. I am choosing to go to a different channel because, once again, I'm being shadow banned. And at this time, there's a lot of people out there that need help and they need to know how to get out of such situations and be able to be guided, I would say, as far as continuing on their journey, overcoming that shadow work of owns oneself and becoming a master transmuter and manifester along their way. I show for Karmicville, yeah, you guys, you had your time to do what you needed to do, and the cycles are over. And even though the cycles are over, you guys are still trying it. So it is what it is. We've seen what we've seen, we saw what we saw, heard what we heard, and know what we know, and it is what it is, like I will continue to say. And so I will be farewelling you guys, and I will go ahead and go help those out there that truly really need it, because you guys don't need the help. Obviously, you know everything, and you think you're above everything, and that you are in dominance within your power, and that's not happening anymore, especially when it comes to people from my past. Ashel. And for Divine Collective, if you have separated yourselves from family, friends, co-workers, associates, certain deities, which would be industries out there, continue to march forward and don't look back. Ashel. Giving people that one more chance could cost you your life. So take it from me. Don't look back. Be the ones closest to you guys. And it's sad and unfortunate, but it is what it is. So, all right, here we go. This is pretty good right here. I'll pull a couple more here in a second, but for the first card, Divine Collective, we have Strength, and this card has fallen out twice within the last couple of days for me, so it's very much so confirmation. Definitely knowing within myself that I am definitely an invisible force. A lot of people didn't see me, didn't want to see me, and when I say me, this can go for you as well, Divine Collective. So we're continuing on in our invisible force, being gentle with our persuasion, showing much compassion, having a lot of confidence, courage, a lot of self-belief, believing in our infinite potential, holding on to that personal power, being influential, and holding on to that wisdom to be able to pass down. Ashe. Next, we have the Ten of Swords, the final chapter. That's exactly what we're in, the final countdown, you guys. It's a lot of dead ends going down, breakdowns, breakups, divorces. A lot of people are definitely backstabbing each other at this time, have been, and probably will continue to do so. A lot of these karmic energies from our past are finding themselves in complete ruin, have actually hit rock bottom, something that they have wished for us, to put us in another vicious cycle of being in rock bottom at that. And because they wanted to see our lives in failure, theirs are now in such. The next card, the Tower, a narrow escape. A lot of us avoided a lot of disasters, had a lot of near misses, missed a lot of those bullets, and I thank the Most High for that. And whether that be physically or just in layman's terms of saying the word. But yeah, a lot of people resisting change, still resisting change. We did not resist the change, and therefore we are having a good tower. A lot of people from our past are being installed at this time and are trying to delay the inevitable. Earlier, I had the Death card come out again. So a lot of these karmic energies, because of how aggressive they were and how far that they went, they are actually trying to delay the timing of the Death Angel coming around. And the Death Angel is coming around, so there's no running for them. I'll pull out a couple of more cards. Thank you. Nice. We have Ace of Wands. We are the holder of the wands, you guys. Divine Collective. We make the magic happen. We are seeking and seeing new passion for love and life at this time. Attracting what we want. Going for it, whatever our pursuits are at this time. Still being ignited with desire as far as our pursuits, our endeavors, as far as our wishful destinies, I would say. Definitely aphrodisiacs. A lot of people didn't see that, but we are definitely healing energies, and we were meant to try and heal some of these toxic energies from our past, but unfortunately you cannot lead a horse to water. So a lot of you guys out there will be having new engagements in many forms, you guys. Romantically, engaging with new partnerships when it comes to business, when it comes to other careers, when it comes to your creativity, just being able to continue using those wands and being the manifestors of your lives. Archangel Michael, thank you. Chemistry, fertility. Yes, those seeds that we have sowed, they are becoming mighty big plants. Those mustard seeds, you guys. And one of my favorite cards, the Justice. Fairness and balance. Doing what's right. Cause and effect. Integrity. Fairness. Balance. Legal matters. Consequences. Life lessons. Truth. A lot of us definitely did learn a lot of lessons, life lessons from a lot of people from our past. A lot of us definitely went through consequences for being around such imbalanced people in our lives. Now that we are doing what is right and pursuing our own cause and effect as far as who we're around, what we absorb, so on and so forth, we're finding ourselves to be balanced out. As far as the legal matters, a lot of us had a lot of legal matters put on us, unbeknownst to us, and because a lot of karmic energies from our past try to stir us up, try to get us locked up, try to bear us down with weight. Now that we are coming up out of the cause and effect of the past, we are now able to be in the land of milk and honey as far as it comes to fairness and balancing out the legal scales. And I would say that would be all the way up. That is going to be happening, you guys, Divine Tribe, because, you know, the cycles are over. It is time for just the scales to be weighed out especially when it comes all the way up to the government. There's just a lot of corruptness going on and a lot of demonic entities out there that would love for the world to continue on in such a way. However, we are here to balance all of that out, divine earth angels. So just keep pursuing, keep going on, keep balancing out your life, and allow the Most High to balance everything else out, you guys. Asha. I love those cards. I'm going to do the flip side for Karmicville. Needing an outlet. They're babbling under the surface, for sure, for sure. They have a lot of ideas. None of them went in any forward direction, obviously, because we are set free. Asha. Definitely we're lacking direction. And the reason that would be is because they didn't have any direction within their own selves. A lot of these so-called hierophants and just higher ups, you guys, the government, military, police, so on and so forth. A lot of them had a lot of ideas as far as coming towards us, and they thought that we lacked direction, but we definitely have been directed by the Most High. And a lot of those emerging ideas that they thought they were going to be able to pursue, and well, they turned into emerging ideas for us, because Divine Tribe, we stay prepared so we don't have to get prepared, and we take what we know and what we know how to do. And also, it's not always what you know, but it's who you know. And so we are forming and emerging ideas as a collective at this time, and being able to stand in our upright of the Ace of Wands of this card. A lot of inception, for sure, for sure. Yeah, I'll just leave it at that on this card. And I'm going to put this back in the upright for Divine Collective. For the Tower of this card, a lot of reckoning going on, a lot of shocking events, energy surges, all that energy that they sent towards us is definitely going right back to them, and they don't know how to handle it. A lot of these energies, they threw things at us that they thought we would never be able to overcome. Definitely sent a lot of energy trying to siphon our energy. And so now all of that power that they thought they were sending out, it's definitely surging at this time. These deities, entities, corrupt officials, satanic worship can't even get it out because, yeah, they're mad. That's okay. Worshippers are facing bankruptcy right now. Not only monetarily, but definitely within the bankruptcy of their lives, of their inner selves. And this is immediate. It's not going to be too much longer here, Divine Collective. Things are definitely wrapping up. A lot of them are having revelations at this time, seeing that us divine babies and seeing how we give praise to the Most High, not their gods, not the gods that they proclaim themselves to be, our true God. They're seeing a revelation of who the Most High really is, and they're seeing that through us at this time. They're not only having a revelation of that, but they're having a revelation of who we truly are, Asha. They're definitely having sudden upheavals, as it says. A lot of these deities, entities, and karmic energies are going to be wiped out, swept away, and I'm so happy for that, because they wanted to go around and try to destroy our lives, destroy things around us, destroy other people's lives, and ultimately at the end of the day, destroy their lives. It's just a lot of destruction going on for the destruction that they caused. A lot of divorces going on, not just marriage-wise, but as far as those who click-clacked up together, they are now separating from each other. And because of this, there's a lot of chaos, you guys. So I read the Ten of Swords for Karmicville. So I'll read the positive first, I guess. Change in the outcome, regeneration of a relationship, make it come back, reconcile, over it, repair, moving on. A lot of us are definitely over it, and we're just going to keep moving on. Some of us don't have anything to repair, and definitely won't be swinging back or making a comeback as far as it comes to karmic toxic energies. We will definitely not be reconciling, but on the flip side, we are going to be generating new relationships overall, you guys. So hold on to that. I'll put you, I'll leave you here. Next card. Flip side of the strength card, lacking confidence, inadequacy, self-doubt, weakness, low self-esteem, feeling very vulnerable. A lot of these energies are having a lot of low self-esteem right now. And I don't know why, because like I said, they thought they were big, bad, and bold, thought that they were conquerors of not only the world, but tried to conquer our worlds. Ashe. They're definitely feeling inadequate because, you know, they couldn't pursue or take us out. It's definitely caused them a lot of self-doubt of who they thought that they were and seeing who they truly are not, or actually seeing them for who they truly are. Say that as well. A lot of them definitely do look weak, especially for the karmic energies from our past that had to gather a whole gander, a whole group, a whole army just to come after one little old us. Because they had to do that, that definitely shows how low self-esteem that they have, and they definitely do not know how to stand in their own strength. Ashe. And I love how she's standing next to the lion, because we had a lot of raging, warring lions around us, and God has definitely shut their mouths. Ashe. They threw us in the lion's den, and we came out unscathed, untouched, unbitten, untorn up, and actually became lion tamers. Ashe. Keep being those invisible forces out there, divine collective, should this message reach you. And on, did I read? Let me see. Yep, on the flip side of this card for karmic feel, they're feeling a lot of guilt and blame. Well, some of them are. Some of them don't care. They're just mad that they didn't get away with what they wanted to carry out. It's a lot of karmic avoidance within their ganders, groups, clusters. They're seeing things as unfair because they didn't get their way, and that we are getting exactly what was meant for us in the first place. How dare they think that things are unfair when these things were not meant for them at the end of the day? How are you going to be greedy over something that wasn't even yours? But anyway, yeah, a lot of them are feeling victimized, playing the victim at this time, having that just having a characteristic of it's the world, it's not them, the devil made me do it, so on and so forth. Cancel culture, definitely canceling out a lot of, I would say, the cultures of different matrices, as far as gangs, as far as it says cults, just a lot of canceling of corrupt deities out there. They're definitely being shamed at this time and blamed, as they should be, because they did it. Retribution, so those return to senders, everything that they threw out to us is going right back to them. And because of them being hit with such retributions, they don't know how to be stable at this time, and everything in their lives is up in shambles, as it will continue to be. All right, put that back upright. I'm going to go ahead and pull from my own created deck and see why we're not going back to these karmic energies. See what they had going on, what they were plotting and planning. Get a little bit more deep of a dive. And I'm just going to briefly go through these, you guys, because I do want to kind of go through them all, honestly. But I'm just going to read them as they come. So first card, things that were involved, things that they did, places that they went. So planes, yeah, a lot of these karmic energies definitely took a lot of flights, definitely overseas, to set up offshore accounts, to hire dark witches and warlocks to cast death magic, so on and so forth. So they're playing. They definitely did a lot of gossip when it came to us, tried to slander our names. People that could be involved, start with the letter D. Try to blackmail us, throw us in the system and under the dirt. We have W. Court cases. Cheating. Initial V. Try to stop and block our legacies so that they could continue theirs. At this time, they're cursed, especially for how they handled monetary that was not meant for them. Definitely cursed money. We're standing on our boundaries. Month of February is significant. We have fire signs, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. Cameras may have been placed in your homes, and you may have been placed on the dark web. We have fam illy. Yes, illy. They're all mentally ill for the things that they have done and the things that they tried to do to come up against you, divine chosen beings. Just because they're blood doesn't mean that it's thicker than water. Create your own families out there, you guys, and that's coming. Those new connection ships. We have trucks, semi-trucks, Ford, Dodge, doesn't matter. Trucks, definitely involved. We have the letter H. We have divine timing. 304. Involvement with a lot of prostitutes and a lot of characters who don't know how to keep it in their pants. Month of April is significant. Egregious egos. L. Message. A lot of messages were held from us, and we are going to be receiving a lot of messages, you guys, here soon. Continue to pursue those gifts and talents. And a lot of people try to take your gifts and talents. I don't know how they thought they were going to do that when they don't know how to use the gifts or talents. But anyways, we have a niece that is significant for me. That would represent my niece, Sharice. I love you. And thank you for protecting me and for that companionship that I need all the time. We have control. Definitely a lot of control tactics. Phone. Your phones may be tapped or hacked, compromised at this time. Also, there's a lot of phone calls being made. Definitely a lot of charlatans. Division within the charlatans at this time. They did a lot of travel, whether it be on the highways, the byways, in the air, in the water. And for the flip side, a lot of us are going to be traveling here soon. I shall. Initial J. We have Schmecks, a lot of that going on with the Schmecks cults and swingers and just infidelity as well. We have the month of July. Significant. Choices. Everybody has choices. Free will. A lot of rituals were done. A lot of blood sacrifices. On the flip side of that, rituals mean something that you do repetitively. So for Divine Collective, keep doing the rituals that are for your highest good. Making sure that you're staying within prayer, making sure that you stay grounded, and making sure that you're staying tapped in. Ashel. We have red rum. Definitely had a lot of that going on. Like I said, the sacrifices, the taking of chosen divine beings out, the taking out of innocent divine beings, especially taking out children, women of divinity, and Divine Collective as a whole. We have the letter Z, the letter I. Month of November. Month of June, we have bank. Definitely had a lot of banks offshore, like I said, and also a lot of your local banks were tapped into as well. Going to be celebrating here soon. And these karmics out here, they definitely celebrated too soon. A lot of these entities and deities and karmic energies from our past even celebrated our deaths too soon. Actually had funerals and memorials and stuff for us, thinking that we were going to be taken out. It's time for us to celebrate making it out, you guys. Trauma. A lot of us faced a lot of trauma, facing PTSD. Some of us still at this time. Just make sure that you tune into what triggers you, and also don't let these karmic energies from your past keep you in a traumatic state, you guys. Evil eye, definitely a lot of that going on. Air signs, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. That Aquarius didn't want to come out. I wonder why. We have chains. Definitely wanted to put us in chains, whether that be in prison, whether that was to kidnap us and put literal chains on us so that we couldn't escape. And also a lot of us are generational chain breakers, and we are putting all 10 toes in the dirt at this time and pursuing breaking a lot of these evil bloodlines within our bloodlines. I shall keep breaking those chains, you guys, in all sorts and forms, whether that's giving away or whether that's from legacies that are meant to be. We have Mason involvement, Freemason involvement. Not all Masons are bad. My adoptive father, he was a good Mason, and a lot of his family were good Masons. Unfortunately, they had children down the line who became corrupt. Archangel Michael, please. Who became corrupt and evil, and they have completely put a bad stamp, bad label on what was meant to be good. A lot of them did this to be initiated into the Masons. A lot of grief on all ends, but mostly for them, because our cloudy days have been swept away and we are seeing the sun rays of Ra at this time. And I thank God that the grief is being swept away. Also, I'm hearing a lot of us are going to be able to grieve. A lot of us have lost loved ones along the way, and we haven't truly been able to grieve their passing. And also with that, our ancestors do not want us to be in grief for their loss, because when we grieve for them, it doesn't allow them to freely flow within the realm that they are in, and it makes them sad, of course. So do what you need to do to get that grief out, you guys, and continue to just focus on the positives and in the knowing that they are watching over you and that they are protecting you always. Asha. Next card. Final destination. Exactly what a lot of these karmic energies are facing right now, not knowing when their last day is going to be. And that doesn't mean just death-wise, because death comes in many forms. Death is financially, it can be health-wise, relationship-wise, just life-wise, period. So a lot of them are seeing final destinations, and that's exactly because of the final destinations that they want us to have. And they wanted us to have many forms and sorts of final destinations. And so it's return to sender for them right now. A lot of these energies definitely going to jail and prison. We have the cartel. A lot of your family members, exes had involvement with either being in the cartel or hiring the cartel to try and take you out. We have love. Love to hate too. These energies love to hate us, and that's okay. Just continue to use that love within your heart divine chart. And I also am hearing, because I heard it this past weekend, so a lot of us, we showed love to those who were sent in to ultimately take us out. And because of the true love that we showed, the compassion, the empathy, and the feeling like a home for some of these hitmen that were sent in our lives, it really did save our own lives at the end of the day. And I am a true witness to this, because I definitely have had hitmen who were supposed to ultimately take me out. And because of having that sweet nurturing side of me that the Most High has put into me, it allowed my life to be spared, you guys. Don't let this world give you a cold, heavy heart like the world wants it to be. Continue to move forward with a light heart, for the Most High does judge and weigh the heart, and wants it to be light as a feather, you guys. You may be a mom, and maybe a great mom. Continue to nurture and love on those babies. If you are in the dealings with karmic mothers out there who had spite, envy, and jealousy within them towards you. Continue to be that good mom. Be the mom that they were not to you. Ashel. We have government involvement. They definitely know who we are, divine chosen beings. We have the initial R. Eggshells. Don't have to walk on those anymore, you guys. All the way back to childhood, especially dealing with those karmic mothers. Ashel, I always found myself walking on eggshells around her because I never knew what personality I was going to get, and as well as the karmic relationships that I got in after her. Because, you know, when you do face karmic narcissistic parents, the ones that you choose after leaving your childhood home, they're going to resemble and be familiar spirits. So you had to learn how to walk on eggshells with a lot of your ex counterparts as well. We don't have to do that anymore, Divine Collective. Walking on sunshine and clouds. We have children. We've had a lot of children been manipulated. A lot of us were manipulated and conditioned starting at children. And a lot of children from the past who are now adults have chosen to do the same cycle, vicious cycle, to children right now, to their own children and to children around. It's time for safety and protection of these innocent babies. It's time for their energy to be protected. And it's time for these nasty PDF files out here to stop energy harvesting off of these children. Ashel. As well, if you do have children, continue to make sure that your children don't have to face and suffer and struggle with such vicious, toxic cycles, you guys. It's about the babies. It starts at home, and the children are our future, and we want to grow. I said, yes, we want to grow and raise healthy, productive citizens of society, not menaces to society, you guys. Ashel. And I'm also hearing for those of you that actually had children with supposed to be hitmen, a lot of you guys are definitely seeing personality attributes and characteristics within your children that definitely resemble that of the one that was supposed to take you out, and it can be very frustrating, you guys. Trust and believe, I definitely understand this, because when I look at my little one, some days he is a splitting version of his donor, of his sperm donor, and I am making sure that I assist him with being the generational curse breaker for his bloodlines, for his sperm donor side. I do not want him to grow up and to be, like I said, a menace to society, to be a Jody Joe from baby boy. None of that. I do not want him to have to, when he gets older, to be codependent on me. I want him to be a strong, healthy-minded man, so that when he does have children, that generational curse is already broken. And it starts with little things, and it starts when they're young. And so it's very important for those of you, Divine Collective, that are getting away from your child's father and mother, supposed to be. It's very important that you break such habits, that you break such, I guess I would say, devilish flaws. That entitlement, that selfishness, that letting them get away with anything just because they're cute. No, because that's exactly what happened to a lot of these grown children today, is that they were pampered, they were spoiled, they weren't told the word no. And so growing up and being in full grown adulthood, they still don't know what the word no means. No means no. It's a complete sentence, and that's that. And I'll leave that there. Sorry about the rant, but that's what I heard from the Most High. We have the initial F. Betrayals on all sides. A lot of us went through the ultimate betrayal, and we were definitely going to be 10 of swords by those that we thought loved us and actually had no love in their heart for their own selves or for anybody else. Mental, yep, definitely tried to mess with our mental state. A lot of them wanted us to be in mental institutions. A lot of them called us crazy, and that we didn't know what was going on. And right now, a lot of them are in their mental and mentally going completely insane at this time. And that would be those return to senders, especially from casting that dark magic, the death magic, and all the dark rituals that they do. It has confused their minds. Not only that, a lot of these deities, entities, they definitely do like to ug it up and drink it up, and that causes them to have a mental collapse as well. Continue on with your mental strength, divine tribe, and stay within that intuition and keep using that mental. I shall keep that mind on a swivel. We have mommy daddy issues. Correct. Start at home. Those mommy daddy issues. Just because you had mommy and daddies out there that didn't treat you right does not give you the right to go out there and treat other individuals as such. It is time for karmic field to heal those mommy and daddy issues so that they can go ahead and learn how to do their shadow work and go ahead and learn how to be healed individuals. Asha. We have tarot. A lot of you divine chosen beings out there, you read the cards, or you may listen to readings and hear the cards. A lot of karmic energies out there, they also have connectionships with those who read the cards, and those connected tarot readers who actually are not of divine, because divine tarot readers, they won't go and read somebody else's energy for somebody who is trying to be nosy and tap into what they have going on. So yeah, tarot saved my life, you guys. When I first even heard a reading, I was a little hesitant about it, but I just kept hearing my ancestors say, you need to listen to this, you need to hear these messages. And because I chose to go within that fear and go ahead and tap into more rabbit holes, I would say, I was able to hear what I needed to hear from the spirit realms, from my ancestors, from the Most High directly, and it saved my life, you guys. And a lot of you guys, divine tribe out there, tarot might have saved your life as well. And so when your family members and people from your past and any sort of relationship have something to say about you listening to tarot or tapping into tarot, doing tarot, reading tarot, whatever the case may be, don't let that get you down, because you know at the end of the day that the messages don't lie. The cards don't lie, unless the ones holding the cards are liars, of course. Asha. Arrests are being made. A lot of us were supposed to be arrested. Michael Brown. We're supposed to be taken out also during the arrest or after being arrested. Because of the return of sinners, a lot of these energies are getting caught up. We'll be going to prison or jail here soon. A lot of racism and colorism. I know for me, always colorism within my family unit. If you're lighter, it's better. If you're darker, they might talk a little bit more about you. Or on the flip side, if you're not light enough and they're darker, then they think that you're better than them and that you're snooty, whatever the case may be. Just a lot of colorism, and it's really ridiculous because at the end of the day, we are all humans. We are all made of different hues, just how the Most High wanted us to be. I'll start it from the Tower of Babel. When God separated everybody went to different lands, and because of the distance or closeness to the sun, there became different hues. It's really not that complicated, and it shouldn't be such a big issue. Racism shouldn't be such a big issue as well, because a lot of racism, I will definitely say, there was definitely a lot of involvement with, I would say, KKK cults, just different cults that definitely do not like darker skin tones, I would say. So a lot of that's going to be swept up here soon, because at the end of the day, we all bleed. We all put on one pant leg at a time. There should be no need for any of that. It just creates competition. And at the end of the day, we are stamped and labeled by the Most High. There's no need for labels as well. Shift you back in here, and I'm going to give these a good little shuffle. Switch up the flow. We have the initial X, the initial U. These initials can stand for states, countries, particular names, of course. We have the month of September, the month of March. We have bullies, lots and lots of bullies. Some of our first bullies were our parents or our family units. It's time for the bullies to be bullied. We have the month of May. We have lust. A lot of us dealt with those lust demons out there. Those who don't really hold any true love, period. It's just lust. Because of all that lust, a lot of people are caught up at this time, especially when it comes to STDs and just having to deal with a lot for them right now. Lust can definitely be a downfall. We have military connections. A lot of you guys have family members that you're finding out who had military involvement or connections to. Definitely had a lot of military corrupt officials coming after you guys. Also, those who were corrupt in the military, they gained access to energy weapons, and they love to stir about chaos and confusion and energy siphoning as well. So pay attention to that, you guys. Also, I have a lot of ancestors that served in the military, and they are definitely still serving to this day, I would say, and helping me to be in my combat mode and to be tactical at this time. So continue to be militant, you guys. I would say that for that card. We have POA. A lot of familiar units from our past. Definitely try to put power of attorneys on us, so they could take over what was meant for us. We have Eastern Stars. We have Trap. They have fallen into their own traps, is what I heard, trying to trap us. We have Landfill. We have a lot of people from your past that definitely wanted to throw you in the trash. In different kinds of ways, whether that be physically. And for a lot of us, it was definitely going to be physically, but also throwing our legacy, throwing our identity, throwing our past, current, and future. They want to throw all that in the trash as well. And that's okay, because we've thrown them all in the trash just fine with us. Evidence came after landfill, so there could be a lot of evidence in a lot of these landfills, and I'm sure there is. Isolation. Definitely wanted us to be isolated, therefore making us an easier target to take out, and therefore not being able to seek any true help. Month of August. Reptilians. Definitely. Snakes and lizards. For me, I've been able to see people's reptilian form since I was a little girl. Because of being able to see people for who they truly are, I have definitely had many attempts in my life to silence me and to erase me. Inheritances. A lot of y'all didn't know anything about any inheritances, anything left to you, anything like that, or you may have, but at the end of the day, it definitely had a lot of greedy family, deities, entities, try to take over those inheritances, mostly family for you guys. They knew what you had coming to you before you had a clue, and so they definitely have been or tried to get a hold of those. We have informants. Definitely had a lot of those sent my way. Keeping tracks on me for my family and for other partnerships out there, corrupt partnerships. We have return to sender. Return to sender, unknown and unknown as well. We have mask. They have fallen off. And death to many, many things, physically and aesthetically, I would say. Shadows. A lot of people didn't do their shadow work. A lot of people tried to be those dark, scary shadows that they thought we would be afraid of. A lot of us have done our shadow work, and we have come out into the light, being able to see everything that was in the shadows. We have not sorry. A lot of them definitely are not sorry. That's just fine, like I've said before, because we're not sorry either for what's about to happen to them. Exactly what they get. Essence. That's a big one right there. As I was saying, they try to siphon it from the babies. They try to siphon it from the divine feminine. They try to siphon it from the Most High's chosen divine babies as a whole. They cannot have our essence anymore. I shall. It's our essence. They can't have it. Period. I'll keep saying that. PDF came right behind that. So I'm saying a lot of these sickos out here, they love to siphon off of the youngins. And return to sender, known and unknown. I shall. It's time for a sweeping of these files, I would say, for sure. Sick. Behind that card, abuse. Many forms and facets and fashions, guys. And when it comes to the babies, I don't play about that. It really saddens my heart. Because how, especially if you're a parent and you're doing this to other children, how can you look at your own children and know that you're doing this to other innocent babies or to other innocent people in general? It baffles my mind, especially for the ones that were abused in their tender age. How they can go ahead and put that pain on to others is absolutely, I don't know. I can't even explain it. It just really hurts my heart. It's time for all abuse to stop as well. Bloodlines. The extinguishing of certain ones and the growing and abundance of others. Brother. May have had brothers out there in your family that were coming against you. I know I do. Month of January. These the months can be also when things occurred or when they're going to occur. We have hospital. A lot of people will be ending up in the hospital. I know a lot of people will be up in the hospital from my past, from all the times I was up in the hospital all by myself, and specifically here within the last couple of years, all the times that I was in the hospital and was unknowingly being poisoned. I was told I had food poisoning one time. I was told that I had COVID another time. Yes, I was pregnant some of the times that I was at some point when I was being poisoned as well. Had no clue, left in the hospital to really just fend for myself, and I've definitely had a lot of close calls. Had my own doctor be literally scared for my life and not knowing if I was going to make it. I thank God for being with me during all those hospital visits, and especially within the last 10 years of all the hospital visits that I have encountered, and not only for health-wise, but also ending up in mental hospitals because of thinking that I was completely losing my mind, not knowing that the warfare was heavier than I thought it was because of the backing up of death magic that was going on unbeknownst to me as well. So I had a lot of time to spend in the hospitals and a lot of time to be with the Most High in hospitals. And I think the Most High for that companionship as well, because there's a lot of days I didn't know if I was going to see another day. There is a lot of days when I especially in the mental hospital a couple of times where I didn't know if I wanted to even live anymore, and that would be from the death magic being sent towards me, wanting me to take my own self out. And so for a lot of you divine beings out there, you have also may have experienced these things. I thought that you were losing your mind when in the background things and spell work was being thrown at you. It's such a daggum shame, but that's okay. A lot of these karmics from our past, they're definitely going to be spending time in the hospitals by themselves. I shall. And it's unfortunate, but it is what it is. Awakening. A lot of us had our awakenings going through these things. I've definitely had, the last time that I went to a mental hospital, I definitely had a supreme awakening. And that was back in around, I want to say 2020 is when my eyes definitely became clear and I was able to see a lot more. I shall. Especially in the physical, not in the physical, but in the spiritual realms. Seeing things that others couldn't see, for sure. Free will. We all have it. Some use it, some choose not to. Voodoo. Those practitioners out there. Some of them even have voodoo dolls of us that they love to stab repeatedly. They stab them in all places of the doll. For me, I definitely know that the top of the head has been stabbed viciously many times. Hair has fallen out. I've had to pluck certain hairs out where I know that there is, how can I say it? it kind of feels like a supreme itchiness, as if you know that there is like a blood sucking something just siphoning from your head. So definitely had a lot of experience of that. Also, the pokes and prods all over the body. Definitely my foot, and that's representation of, you know, my father. Right before he passed, he had his foot amputated, and I wonder why, because that evil mother figure definitely was paying for spell work to be done towards his health, and not just him, other family members as well, completely deteriorating them piece by piece with this voodoo, with the death magic, and with the actual dolls as well. So yeah, had a lot of involvement with that from people from your past collective. May have had nephews involved, or you may be a nephew. The letter P. We have in-laws that were involved. Envious family members as a whole. Lots of lies thrown out there. I slandered our names really, really loud out there. And now that those lies are being caught, and that they are being caught in their lies, now they don't want the truth about them to be so hush hush at this time. That's what I'm hearing. Different lands. Maybe from different lands. You may have inherited land. Things may have happened on certain people's land. We have pew pew. God's divine timing and grace as far as saving us from those pew pews. Also maybe karmics from your past, or people that they've hired stalking and lurking around you that may have pew pews, so keep your eye alert. We have cult covens and secret societies involved. Practitioners, or you may be a practitioner of the light. Angels and ancestors, definitely always there and help keep you aware. Definitely have those stalkers out there. Came behind the pew pew, so keep your head on the swivel, guys. We have home. A lot of you understand that you are the home of you. Also, a lot of things may have happened in your childhood home, or in other people's homes, of course. You may have had homes stolen from you, and also you will be coming into your new homes that were meant and left for you. We have third-party involvements on all sides, from your exes to your family having third parties to third-party officials. I'll say unofficials. Dad. Hi, Dad. And also, you may be a dad. There may be your ex's dads out there that low-key, I found out last year that one of my exes, their father had unnatural yearnings, I should say. Yeah, that's how I see the dad cards, all flips. If you're a good dad out there, continue to do so, and continue to, especially if you are a dad with sons, teach them and just guide them into being future great fathers as well. Definitely need a lot of good fathers out there so that we can produce even more good fathers out there. X fell right behind dad. Confirmation. Or your exes are invisible dads at this time. We have internet. Your internet may be flaky at this time, going in and out. You're definitely being looked upon as far as it comes to the internet. You may be showing yourself on the internet. You also may have been placed on the internet. Like I said, the black web, especially with those cameras being in your home. Putting your most vulnerable and private moments for the whole world to see. Also, I'm hearing a lot of us were meant to be visibly seen being taken out on the internet. Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. Thief. They were all definitely thieving, for sure. And like a thief in the night, the Most High is here. Confirmation verb. Excuse me. Competition. Don't be in competition with anybody but yourselves, Divine Tribe. If you want to be in competition with everybody else, then you're going to go through exactly what they're going through at this time. Competition with frenemies. Definitely have those friends from the past who, at the end of the day, we either one thought we had good connectionship with and turned out to be our frenemies, or two, we knew they were our frenemies, and even after cutting them off, they continued to be stalkers of our lives. We have the web confirmation. Those cameras in your home being placed on the web, or you may be on the web, standing up for injustices at this time. We have estates that may have been left to you, and that were tried to have been swiped away. It's a big swiper, no swiping, especially when these estates were left to Divine Collective from their ancestors. We have egos all the way around. Make sure that you check your ego, Divine Collective. When you do get these inheritances and estates, don't forget where you come from. Definitely don't let your head be bigger than your purpose. Ashel. We have setup. A lot of setup kings and queens out there. You guys definitely pay attention to who you're surrounding yourself with at this time, especially if you've just come out of setup land. And also know that these setups that they have for us, well, the Most High used us as the setup for their setups. Asha. Beliefs. Some of y'all grew up religious, have religious backgrounds, may have transferred to the spiritual side, and that is okay. You may have eliminated a lot of people from your past because of the yoke not being easy, I would say. Yeah, so, and also hold on to your true beliefs and what you know to be true, and stand firm in your beliefs. We have situationship. A lot of you guys were definitely thrown into situationships. A lot of romantic scammers out there who portray that they are lovers of you and actually just come in to love bomb you and to throw you into situations and keep you within their ship. We have abandoned ship of all those situations. Ashale. We have the initial T. We have sister. You may be a sister, have sisters that came up against you. Definitely a lot of that going on. The sibling rivalry. A lot of people in denial at this time. And also, don't deny what you know to be true. Don't be in denial of any of that. We have the initial B. We have archangels all around you, and they're definitely going to battle for us at this time, even more than usual at this time. Continue to give them gratitude. We have money. Money coming in easily. Money coming in frequently. That's the song I'm hearing. A lot of money was tried to be swiped from us. It's coming back, and tenfold, I might say. And for some of you guys, 100-fold for all of the years that have been siphoned and swiped away from you. We have hitmen. We went over that. Trafficking goes with the cameras and the web being placed on the dark web. Or some of y'all were supposed to be trafficked and sold off into a different type of slavery. Also have a lot of trafficking of drugs, of people, of weapons, yeah, of body parts. Throw that out there as well. You know. Poison. A lot of us definitely were poisoned. Went over that. And a lot of these dark entities, they are poison. They drink and consume poison and are definitely poisonous to the world. Time to cut off the heads of these vicious snakes. We have the letter O. We have the letter Y. Oh, Y. I know. We have aunt. May be involved. Or you may be an aunt. We have the month of December. cycles closed out. Came right after December. And the new year hit. We have uncle that may have been involved, or you may be an uncle. I definitely have a hitman uncle. Hello out there, hitman uncle. He used to be one of my favorite uncles too. So when I found out that he was in part of the plot, it really saddened me. But at the end of the day, I can definitely see it. So it is what it is. We have scammers and all sorts. You have your love scammers, you have identity scammers, you have just life scammers, scamming every which way. Definitely have those internet scammers, and we know this to be true because they constantly mess with our platforms. We have healing. We are definitely healing up from all these atrocities that have happened in our life, and definitely allowing the Most High to heal us, definitely allowing our ancestors to be a part of our healing as well, continue to do so. A lot of these energies from our past, if they would have just did their healing work and really tuned into what happened in their younger lives and tuned into who they are and tuned into the darkest parts and the lightest parts of them, then, you know, the outcome would have been completely different, but it isn't. So we'll have script, flipping the script. We're reading the script. Some of us are writing our own script and continue to do so. A lot of people learn to script out our lives when we are the key to our own books. We have the initial G. We have rugs. Divine. Continue to stand in that divinity, you guys. We have sickness. A lot of us were definitely sick, and a lot of people out there who caused us to be sick, they definitely have mental illnesses for even coming up with such plots, plans, and tactics. Sashal. We have MK Ultra, mind control. A lot of us have been under that since children, and a lot of us have made it out of that programming, and I shale to the Most High for that. The Most High is the AI. All other AI is just artificial. We have gangs. Definitely involvement with gangs, Crips, Bloods. Who else is there? GD goes on. Those plots and plans that they had. But the Most High had the Most High's own plots and plans. And we're seeing that to be evident today. Justice goes with the justice. Yeah, it's definitely time for justice on both sides of the scale. I'm so happy it's here. For some of us, it's been a long, long, long journey. We have the initial E. We have destiny. We're walking into our destinies that they tried to take from us or tried to manipulate. The Most High came right behind destiny. That's right. The Most High aligns our destiny, not people. We have son. You may be a son. You may have a son. Or there could have been a son involved. We have life insurance. Cousin. We have GPS tracking. Whether it be your phone, your car, CCTV. Investigation. There's definitely investigators that are a part of this. And there's good ones and there's bad ones. And to the good ones, take the bad ones out. Thank you. Not in a harmful way, but definitely as far as locking them up and getting them out of the way. Good cops don't like bad cops. So thank you and salute to the good cops out there, to the good investigators, to the ones that are good in the justice system as a whole. Continue to stand up and don't allow these corrupt dark entities to try and manipulate and dominate you as far as you knowing what you're supposed to do as far as turning the justice scales in not just your favor but in everybody's favor. I shall. Ooh, my left ear is ringing. We have chaos. Definitely a lot of that going on. And that's because they form their own chaos. Chaotic people do that. We have hard work. Continue to stand in your hard work, Divine Collective. And know that all of the hard work that these karmic energies that they had going on, it didn't prevail. We have water signs. Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. We have the initial Q. We have the initial N. Farewell to you, initial N. I am very happy to say that finally. I have been trying to escape you since I left at 19, almost 19 years old. And it feels really good to say that I'm not tied to you in any form or fashion anymore. And I'm just going to take what you taught me in the positive ways and continue to move forward, being a world changer and a game changer, and definitely being the mother that I needed from you and being that for my children. Ashel. So farewell to you. Because like I said, I'm not going to be on this channel all the time like I used to be. I'm going to go ahead and venture out again and go help others without being held back and without having anything, any restraints being put on my next endeavors. Ashel. Self-esteem, definitely standing in minds, and it's very important that you do too, Divine Collective. Don't allow those with no self-esteem try to make you have no self-esteem. That doesn't even make sense. Just because they're downtrodden, they don't value themselves or see themselves in a positive light, because they're not of a positive light, that doesn't have anything to do with you. And just because you do have self-esteem, you know, you can't worry about anybody else's self-esteem. You hold true to your light and to who you are and whom's you are, more importantly. We have karma. Definitely lots of that going around. Flip side for us, Divine Collective, we have dharma coming to us. Oh, those fraudsters out there. Yeah, and for a lot of those fraudsters, they're getting frauded at this time. A lot of them were told things about us and told how to come at us, and at the end of the day, they got frauded as well. So, basically pawns. We have doctor, nurse. You may be a doctor or nurse or wanting to become one. Or, on the flip side, definitely had doctors and nurses out there that had ties to our records, breaking HIPAA laws, definitely knowing how to put certain things in our medications, so on and so forth. Greed. That's exactly what all of this was for. Greed. Have police. I just talked about that. To the good ones out there, thank you. We have the initial A. We have woods. You may live near the woods, or you are supposed to be dismembered and placed in the woods, or you just like going out into the woods, connecting with nature. It's a good thing to do. Just be careful where you go and who you go with, huh, Shell? Also, a lot of things that happen in the woods, especially when it comes to the witchy poos and warlocks and them going out there and doing their dances and chants, and also blood sacrifices. I will say that as well. We have energy. Hold on to your energy. You can do that by holding on to the Most High, holding on to Ra, who gives you energy, Ashel, and not allowing anybody to try and siphon or take your energy or to manipulate it as well. They're definitely still trying to do that. Still trying to cause chaotic energy. It's no more. It's no go. We have the initial S. We have the initial M. We have the initials K. Significance with those two initials right there. We have daughter. You may be a daughter or have a daughter. And if you are divine feminine with daughters, you're coming out of toxic karmic field, continue to be the mother that you would have wanted for your daughters. Asha, it's very important that we raise divine feminines and divine masculines out there. We have the initial C. C and S go together for me. We have car. You may have almost been placed in car accidents. You may have had GPS put on your car. You may have had to give up your car, and you are also, if you had to give up on a vehicle, just know that you definitely have a new car coming towards you, or vehicle, you guys. Divine timing. I can't wait. We have Hollywood. We definitely know that a lot of these fallen stars in Hollywood definitely try to do a destiny swap and definitely have been siphoning off of our energy for years. Also, as I've previously stated, you may not have known that you had family members that are part of Hollywood, and we're trying to do a sacrifice on you for their elevation within Hollywood. And the last and one of the most important cards, we have ancestors, who have been shining lights on all that has been going on and making sure that we are guided and not divided, especially when it comes to our bodies. Some of us almost being divided. And that's the thing for me, is I do understand why a lot of people from my past, they at the end of the day came after me because of them wanting to level up or to gain more control or gain more monetary or assets. I understand that. The thing that I don't understand is the plots and methods that they were going to carry out, and how vain and evil some of their tactics were going to be. Like I said, a lot of them wanted us to be unalived in many forms and fashions. Like I said, they wanted us to have those final destination moments. It's really sick. I look back, I had a few conversations with my last situationship, and I remember him asking me, like, what would be the worst ways that I could die or that I didn't want to die. And I remember us having that conversation, and when I look back at it, it's really sick because some of them were, I didn't want to drown, and that was one of their plots and plans. One of them was I didn't want to ever be again strangulated, because I have experienced that with one of my exes. They put a pillow over my face and were literally gonna do that until I couldn't breathe anymore. God got me out of that. What's another way? Being set on fire, that was a tactic. What else? Being kidnapped and trafficked. Just a lot of things that I had said that would be the worst detriment for my life. Some of the actual plots and plans that they were going to carry out. And it's just very sickening. And that's the only part that I really can't wrap in my head, is how they were going to do it. So for those of you out there that are coming into the finding of how they were going to make an attempt on your life and the ways that they were going to do it, it can literally make you sick to your stomach, but just continue to see the positive in everything. Continue to give gratitude to the Most High for, at the end of the day, saving your life, also saving the lives of your babies, and for helping you to see people for who they are, so that you know what and who you will be around and who you will never allow to be around you ever again. Ashel, it's very important to listen to those small voices, whether it be from the Most High, your guardian angels, and specifically from our ancestors, who at the end of the day, a lot of them didn't make it out alive because they weren't in tune as far as separating themselves from people who meant them no good at the end of the day, and that would ultimately serve them that ultimate betrayal. So, I hear a lot of my ancestors often, and how proud they are. One, that I did pull myself up out of the trenches before I was taken out, and two, they're just proud because a lot of us, we learned from lessons that they didn't learn from, and because we learned from those lessons, we get to see another day, you guys. And I hear them always say as well, you never back baby into a corner, and I know that I'm their baby, and I've literally been backed into some corners, and while I'm talking about that, I guess they want me to get this out real quick. When I found out that I was pregnant, I was so happy, and I thought that he was happy too, because we had talked about it. I had visions in my dreams about the current little thing that I have right now. And that night that night of the day that I found out that I was pregnant, it was happiness in the daytime. Unfortunately, he was drinking the whole day, talking about he was celebrating, but in the midst of him drinking, he became more and more erratic and more volatile and more abusive. And I remember that night him backing me up into a corner. We had gotten into an argument or whatever, and he backed me up into a corner and he raised his fist at me. And at the end of that argument, I ended up going to a motel for the night. And the next day I had questioned him, why did you back me into a corner and why did you raise your fist at me? And he told me, well, it was to scare you. And so, it was a great day and it was a horrible day at the same time, because at the end of that day, I knew that I wasn't going to be with him too much longer. But also at the end of the day, I didn't know how far in I was into the enemy's headquarters. At that time, I didn't know that he was sent in to take me out for my families, and that was biologically and adoptive families. And so, but I did know at the end of the day that I was going to have to separate myself from him. But at the same time, I was pregnant and I didn't have any family around, because I had already been isolated from the family, and he was sent in to isolate me even more. But got through the pregnancy, being unknowingly poisoned and all that good stuff. And once I left when little one was 5 months old, you guys. And it gave me enough time to heal up from having him, because I did have a C-section. He was born a month early from all the chaos he was going through in my womb. At the end of the day, he was being poisoned too as well. And so I had to allow myself a few months. Right before I left, you guys, is when I started tapping into the tarot. I want to say it was like a month before I left that the Most High and my ancestors had me tap into tarot, and it saved my life, you guys. And so, it's been a grand journey from birth up until this point. It's been a lot of tears, it's been a lot of sorrow, it's been a lot of isolation, but it's also been a lot of learning for me and a lot of being able to be adaptable. I've been definitely placed in the elements, been thrown outside, had to survive snow, rain, wind, heat. I've had to survive all of that. And so now that the tables have turned and the wheel of fortune is here, you guys, a lot of these people from my past, they're going to have to suffer in the exact same ways. And unfortunately, because they don't have a true relationship with the Most High in the first place, because they serve their own gods, because they think that they're their own self-ordained gods, they don't have the combat skills to be able to get through what I have been through. And that goes same for you, Divine Collective. Those that through these adversities towards you, you had to learn how to get through it. You had to get it out the mud. You had to go step by step and make steps within that dirt pit of yours and climb yourself out, Arshel. So just take those divine lessons and don't let anything that you've been through make you stagnant or stuck or put you in a mental place where you don't think that you can go on. You have survived surmountable attacks and have been able to find your own ebb and flow, I would say, within life and in working and being around people as well. So like I said, this is probably going to be probably a little bit before I come back on this platform. But I would love to leave you guys with some spiritual messages. And the next time that I see you divine chosen beings, and also Karmicville who watches anyway, the next time I come on, we'll go ahead and do some more shadow work. Asha? At the end of the day, I don't have hate for anybody, even those that came against me. If I can't give anything else, I can give a word of advice, and I can definitely help to help others tune into their shadow sides. That's if they want to work through them. If they don't, then oh well, they can go ahead and scroll on or not look at all. And I would preferably like them not to look at all. Asha. All right. The one on the floor fell first. Must be important. This one falls out almost every time I pull. So it's confirmation for not only myself, but definitely for you guys out there. Slow down and take your time. There is no need to rush. Everything you are already... there is no... Sorry, guys. Sheesh. Archangels, you already know what to do. Don't want any good words getting out, I guess. That's just too bad. So I'm going to slow it down and take my time and not rush this card. There is no need to rush everything. You are already doing your part. Trust that what belongs in your life is already making its way towards you in divine timing. I shall. Next. Let go of the old and make way for the new. You may find yourself being distracted by random thoughts, fears, and doubts. Don't allow yourself to be governed by them. Simply observe and choose to take aligned actions and choices. Fell out as well the other day. If it is meant to be, it will be. You won't have to force, convince, or worry over it. Let it flow, let it be, and let it come to you. You are attracting everything you need. Trust the timing of your life. I shall. Definitely don't let these karmic energies out here try to make yourself be worried or to convince you that you're not in divine alignment as far as what you have going on. Your life is about to start moving quickly in some areas. Events that seem to have been on hold so suddenly propel forward. I'm so happy for that because for some of us, we're like, God, when? When, God, when? Oh God, when? But it may seem like it's slow to us, but it's going very quickly. So I tell myself that, or have to tell myself that all the time, because as much as I am a patient woman, sometimes I do get impatient, especially when it comes to the karma of those who have been messing with me for my whole life and up until this point. So move with the flow and be mindful of what needs your attention most. Make decisions rationally, but sensibly in everything that you do. Self-awareness is key. Take time, sorry, I can't say it today, to go within and spend time with your soul. Go for a walk in nature and ground yourself. Meditate, listen to your favorite music, whatever you enjoy most. Do that today. I took myself out earlier. I was able to go enjoy seeing the ocean and the birds flying by. And also, I love jets. I've loved them since being a little girl and going to go see the air shows and seeing the Blue Angels and them do their tricks and stuff today. And today I got to see 4 jets. They were side by side and in alignment. And then all of a sudden, the 4 jets, 2 of them broke off to the side. So that resembles 2-2 for me, the number 4, of course, and then 2-2-2. That peace, balance, and harmony. So stay within the ebb and flow of that, you guys. Divine Collective. Don't only continue speaking up for yourselves, those of you that are on your own platforms, and speaking up for the injustices that have gone on in your life, but continue to allow yourself to be able to speak up for others that haven't found their inner strength or their inner voice at this time in their lives, and continue to be those bold forces, those invisible forces, as it said on that card. Even though a lot of people don't see you for who you are, what you do, and how you carry yourself, just know that the Most High sees you, you guys, and your whole spirit team sees you, Ashel, and they will continue to lead you in your forward movement, and know that everything is divinely aligned and in divine timing, Ashel. For Karmic Phil out there, like I said, farewell to you guys. You know, I'm going to conserve my energy from doing it so much on this platform, because at the end of the day, I know most of y'all karmics out there are on this platform. And like I said, there's other people out there that my messages need to get to, and you will not stop or block me from doing that. So just know that it doesn't matter, like, just like you guys can make a whole bunch of different pages to be in the background, is as many pages as I can create to go make a difference for the world. So there's that. On either flip side of the cards, and of the ways, I hope that you guys find the rest of your day to go in the most upright and most divine alignment as it should. And for Karmaville, you know, for those of you that you do have a little bit more time and a little bit more grace from the Most High to get your shit together. And yeah, I'm just gonna say it as it is, because you know, y'all have been real shitty. I'll just say that as well. It's time for y'all to get your shit together and to really tune in to not only what's going on around you, what's going on in this world, but to take a look at yourselves and to figure yourselves out and to stalk and lurk your own selves. Ashe, because time for y'all having too much time on your hands is done. Time for y'all doing the most and being the busiest while doing nothing absolutely at all. It's over with. You guys should have took that time to really go heal. And because you didn't want to do that, you wanted a lot of Divine Collective to look like they were crazy. You guys are being looked at just as that, as crazy individuals that really need to go seek some mental help at this time. And I would greatly suggest doing that, because at the end of the day, it's not us, it's you. So I have said what I have had to say, and hopefully giving out all the messages that the Most High wanted me to for this last big spiel on this platform. And for Divine Collective out there, like I said, if it's meant to be, you will see me around, because I'm not going to give out my new name just so that they can go ahead and freaking take it out instantly. No, I would like to be able to get some message out before they might find my new page. So just hang in there. Know that the Most High loves you, and know, Divine Collective, that I love and support you as well. Hang in there and stay 10 toes down and keep those heads up, crowns adjusted, and don't let anybody swipe them from you. See you on the next one.